in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I made $2,000 in the last 48 hours with a Skool group. So this is the balance here. I haven't even connected payments because this is such a new community, and it's all low ticket, which is super cool because it's very doable for somebody that doesn't have a big audience or someone that is just getting started. You start with a low ticket, and I've talked about pricing a lot, so we'll get into that a bit later. But right now, I'm just going to show you the exact plan that I actually used to do this and walk you guys through how you can do it yourself. So it starts with the offer, right? How are you actually going to get people interested in what you do? How do you actually solve a problem for them so they want to buy what you have? And for me, that had to start with free value because I wanted to get people actually on an email list, get them involved in the funnel, nurture them a bit, and then ascend them to a paying product. And so far, it's working great. So the offer itself was number one, a free tiers playbook. And so I'll show you exactly what the funnel for that looks like right here. So it's this free tiers playbook. Spent about 2 weeks writing this. It's a new feature on Skool. So if you guys are not familiar with Skool, you might not know what this is, that's fine. But it's basically just like the full guide on how to actually use Skool, like the different ways to leverage this feature, how to make more money with it, etc. And it just shows people also the basics of setting it up. So this is a totally free guide that we basically just write, and then you market this to either an email list or to a Skool community. So people can opt in, we collect their contact information, and then we go to step number 2. So that's the funnel. Because once you've got this offer down, you've got to figure out how do you actually get people to want it and to, first of all, even know about it. Because if you don't have an audience or you don't have, a bunch of followers on Instagram, how are people actually going to find your stuff? You can't just put a link in bio and expect people to find it. And I personally don't have a big following, so I had to go through a free community and an email list and then my organic channel. And on my organic channels combined, I think I have like 3,000 people. So literally not a massive audience. I get a couple hundred views per video. I am like a nobody on social media. So that's kind of like the organic side of things. But then the main thing that I was leveraging was my free Skool community. So I'll show you guys that really quick. If I click off here and I go over to my free community, I basically just teach people how to make more money on Skool in this community. And I've got 1.4K members. It's just about 1,500. And so I made a post announcing that I had launched this free tiers workbook and that people could go and get it, and it was totally free. And I just linked it. And so I also did a live call, which you guys can see here. And that live call was, again, just teaching people tiers and then promoting the book at the end. The whole reason I wanted to get them in on this funnel is to see what's the bottleneck. So if we go through here and we type in our information, right? So I just hit submit, I put my information in, and then we've created this little quiz. So I put 4 different options where when a lead goes to get the tiers playbook, they also get prompted to see what is their main business bottleneck. What are they struggling with right now? What is kind of the thing that they want to solve? And so these are the options: launch my offer, getting more traffic, make more sales, and then not sure. So let's say I want to get more traffic. Okay, I want to bring in some more leads. Now it's going to take me to this page with a little confetti. It's fun like that. And this, by the way, is just all built on Perspective. It's a really simple platform to build on. And it's going to present another offer now. And this is where I made the $2,000. So this offer is like a $27 low ticket bundle offer where we don't just give them tiers. We give them all my playbooks, which is literally, I'll explain kind of what this is. This is 18 months. So everything I make YouTube videos about is basically documenting what I've done in the last 18 months. So from building from absolutely nothing on Skool to then making my clients $4 million, I've documented each stage of that. I've templatized the copy, I've documented the strategies, I've got Google Docs of everything I did through that. So I just put them into playbooks. And that's basically the value here. It's just all these playbooks. And so we send them to this page based on the diagnosis of, let me go back to the funnel, the diagnosis of their problem. And that's where we kind of upsell them. So where did I just lost the playbook. But anyways, I'll show you guys kind of the writing process. So you can see there is a ton of freaking content here, just teaching people exactly how I've grown my brand, right? This is massive. And you probably saw at the end, the emails playbook isn't even done yet. So we're in the pre-launch phase of this community, which is also a little note because pre-launch is what is the reasoning behind why we're charging $27. So we're telling everyone this is pre-launch. Not all the playbooks are written. About 50% of the playbooks are done. And so you can get it for half off. And the rest of the playbooks are going to be done in the next 3-4 days. But if you join now, you get half off for the rest of the year for life. And you can just get all the playbooks in the next couple days. And there's already a bunch of offers, organics, funnel playbook. Those are all done. So people are joining. And then back to my little fig gem. We're also leveraging affiliates. So we created this contest. I literally just came up with this idea yesterday. Let me turn my camera back on. So I wrote a post and I told everyone, like, if you have friends or fellow entrepreneurs that you're like building a business with and you want to help them scale, well, the whole reason we created this community is to help more people be able to access the skills and strategies that we use to scale. And so obviously this made me, this made my clients $4 million. This made me $500,000. And so I wanted to just give it away in a place that anybody could get it. Like anybody can afford $27. That's like less than most people spend on lunch. And so we want to just make this super accessible. And then we created this post here, helping 100 people hit $10,000, which is our mission. So if you can create a why behind your offer, behind why you're building what you're building, that's how you can get other people bought into the idea of helping you scale. So that is like huge, because when we shared this reason and I wrote this post and like basically just explained to everyone why I built this in the first place, I've never like sold something for so cheap. So I explained to them why it's so cheap. Here's what the goal is. Here's what I want to help people do. And here's the time frame. And if you want to help me do that, this is the magic. If you want to help me do that, invite your friends, share this community, and the person that invites the most people gets a one-on-one call with me and gets access to my high-ticket program for a full 30 days. And so that's an incentive for them, but they're also bought into the reason behind it, because there's like a good cause. There's like a movement they can buy into. And so a lot of people started referring their friends, which is sick. And now that brings me back to the playbooks. So I'll just show you guys really quick. Like, see, people are inviting their friends, and there's this contest going on. It's like neck and neck between Ernie, Jesse, and Steve right now. And so they've all invited multiple people, and we've got over 50 people paying us, but people are upgrading. So we added a tier, and now I'm going to go back to the Fig Jam. So once you get all this dialed, you're going to promote to your email list. You're going to promote that free lead magnet piece of value. That is actually good, by the way. It has to, like I said, 2 weeks. We spent 2 weeks building this out. It is so freaking good that like it shows that the rest of our paid products are also going to be good. So we build this out. We promote that to the email list. We promote in the organic, promote to the community. And I even sent DMs to all of our different clients. So I think I sent like 500 DMs. So I still have like 500 to go or so, or actually like 1,000 to go. But then we added an upsell. $497 for the year, and what they get in addition to that is not just playbooks, but they get like a call. So if you want to do something like this and you give people more access to you, that makes it extremely high value, because you've just given them all of the information, the playbooks if you wanted to copy us, or maybe you give them a PDF guide or a video course or something else, and then they need help actually implementing all that information you just gave them. So that's where we have an upsell. We've already had 2 people in just 1 day buy the upsell. So that's $1,000, right? Like right there, that's $1,000. Which is sick. And then, yeah, these are my kind of like final notes, is you want to start with a why. So you want to have that reason behind what you're actually building. Create incentives. So like I gave people a one-on-one call and access to my high ticket course if they invite friends. So now we've got all these other people that are leveraging their network to bring in like their friends, and they're sharing what I think is an incredible piece of value. Like I have never been more proud of what I built in this community. So I wouldn't feel comfortable asking people to share this with their friends if I didn't know it was freaking good. Like this stuff is just the stuff that is like made me my money, and also helped 6 different communities win the Skool games. It's the exact playbooks, the exact SOPs, the scripts, literally word for word templates. And so I put a lot of time into making this good. And that's why I think people are so comfortable referring their friends to it. And then build tons of free value. So you want this playbook. I'll show you the tiers playbook. This is like what people get. Look how long this is. This has to be good. If this isn't good, then it means your paid stuff is probably not good either. And that's why I get so frustrated when people use AI to do their lead magnets, because like, what do they expect? Now people are going to assume that all of your other stuff is just cheap and you just use ChatGPT to shortcut it, basically. That's not a good look. And so we made the lead magnet really freaking good, so that then when people go through that and they finish it, they see this, and then this is another way that people are going to upgrade to our community. And so that's kind of the foundation of it. And then we're doing some live calls and stuff, and we're going to have a bunch of other different like sprints and different exciting launches within this community. But I think it's like pretty freaking cool that like you can see it's already made $2,200 in 24 freaking hours. I don't have a big following. I don't have any crazy advantage. I've got 1,500 people on this email list. I sent one promotion blast sending them that free book, the free tiers like workbook. And then I sent one promotion like just detailing what we had launched in this playbooks community, and basically explaining to them why it was good, so that people are just going, they're clicking join. And it's really sick. So hopefully that's valuable to you guys that are out there building a community. And if it is, then click the link below, check out what I've built, check out the free tiers lead magnet, and you can use like the strategies that I use literally for this community to scale up your community. And yeah, and if you want to check out the playbooks, then I will see you inside this community. Cheers.